Hello, everybody!
Welcome, everybody, to Clickhole! An offshoot of The Onion that looks a lot like BuzzFeed's quizzes. And
that goodbye was not forever. How you doing? This is Kirk, your captain.
This just in. You're just in time to tell us in the comments what you would answer to these questions.
And Forrest is also here.
Hey.
He's going to be...
I'm taking this test, so...
We've hand-selected certain quizzes for each member of our group, so let's get right into it because this is going to take a while. So, how much rowdy mischief have you gotten up to with the fellas, Forrest? Let's find out.
Is this over the course of my life or recently?
We'll find out. Every guy knows that when you're with the boys and throwing back beers, it's only a matter of time before you start raising a little hell. But exactly how much rowdy mischief have you and the fellas gotten up to? Take this quiz to find out. Oh shoot. Can I press continue and maybe it'll work? Okay, check out type form. Oh god, what's happening?
Why don't we throw a pause?
Yeah,
We'll be right back,
hold
everyone.
on.
Check that it's working.
And
Hey!
it's working, okay.
Alright, welcome back, everyone. We finally found one that works, and it's just following up on that creepy message I wrote in your bathroom in blood on your bathroom mirror.
Alright, Justin, read.
Hope you've been well. Just circling back to get your thoughts on that message I left on your bathroom mirror the other night. The one written in blood? If you have any availability today, I'd love to hear about your experience. Thanks in advance. Would you kindly confirm receipt of the bloody note I left on your mirror at 3 a.m. a few evenings ago? For your convenience, I'll replay it again here. I can't wait to wear your face.
Did you receive the creepy message for us?
I did not receive that creepy message. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I see, okay.
Would you say you were frightened by the message?
Yes,
Not
no,
really.
unsure. No? No?
It's me. Are you surprised?
Yeah.
What was your reaction upon discovering my message? More specifically, did you scream? I just want to ensure this experience is as frightening as possible for you.
Screamed, I gasped but did not scream. I did not scream as I was mostly focused on using the toilet. I was already screaming.
Number 3, my lord, number 3.
Number 3, my lord! Number 3!
Screaming about something else when I saw your message.
Is this the first time you've received a bloody message on your bathroom mirror?
Yes.
No, I have previously received one other bloody message on my... No, I've previously received many other bloody messages. I have previously received a message on my bathroom mirror written in feces, but not blood.
Johnny Depp, is that you?
I just imagine,
Yes,
like...
it's my first time.
I
I was a virgin until this.
a past girlfriend of Forrest just being like, oh, I got my period, better writing blood on it. Too bad.
When it comes to bloody bathroom mirror messages, it is important to strike the correct tone. Which of the following words would you say best describes the tone of the message you received? Threatening, unhinged, facetious, silly, muddled, professional, or sexual?
I would say muddled.
I would actually say unhinged.
Unhinged, yeah, he wants to wear your face.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty straight and to the point.
But how?
It might be
and we don't
professional.
know if it's a guy. It could be a girl. We have no clue. So here's the question, though.
But either way, it's still unhinged.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean...
Please indicate how strongly you agree or disagree with the following statement. The bloody note on my bathroom mirror made me terrified about the prospect of my own impending death.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree?
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, I'd love to see somebody try.
And please indicate how strongly you agree or disagree with the following statement. I am ready to die in a violent, gruesome fashion. No, your response will have no influence on the matter and will be used for internal purposes only.
Agree, all that stuff?
Uh,
No opinion?
I mean, it's me. I would be...
Are you ready
What are
to
there
die a violent and gruesome fashion?
Are you ready for it?
I guess I'm always ready for you.
So strongly agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Will be noted.
In interest of transparency, should be noted that the message on your mirror was written in dog blood, not human blood. Does this disclosure change how you feel about the note?
It pisses me off.
No, it does not affect my feelings towards the note one way or the other. Does it make it more scary or less scary?
Neither. It just pisses me off. Poor dog.
Okay, so
So
no.
it doesn't make it scarier.
I mean, what if it was Zach's little wiener shit?
Oh, then it would make me very happy.
Okay, so less scary?
Less scary.
Okay.
You're writing Thor blood. This was not included in my original message, but please know that there is no escaping me.
Makes sense. Sounds good. Thanks for letting me know. I'm disappointed to hear this. Please do not kill me. I'm not ready to die. I will note this in my records.
I like that.
In terms of when I come to cut your face off, it is mine. I will wear it. Do any of the following times work for you?
Tonight. Which one?
Let's say 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning.
1?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 tonight.
Great. I think I have all the information I need now. However, I'm looping in my associate Joseph here. If after this conversation you still have any questions regarding the gory note I left on your bathroom mirror, please reach out to Joseph and he'll give you any answers you need. Alright.
Nice to meet you, Joseph. I'll be sure to reach out if I have any questions. Thank you, but I do not anticipate that I'll have any additional questions. Number 2.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your time. I'll touch base later tonight when the time comes for me to cut your face off.
Looking
See you
forward
then.
to it.
Looking forward to it. All right. 12 questions complete. Thank you for your feedback. The invaluable information you provided will help write a more effective bloody messages on mirrors in the future. Your death is imminent.
That was fun.
All right, here is for Justin.
You gonna read for me?
Yes, I will. This is, can you teach Big Bird to act appropriately in court during his upcoming murder trial? Big Bird is some kind of huge chicken who might have recently killed a person. He has to appear in court next week to stand trial for murder. Unfortunately, Big Bird has no idea how you're supposed to behave in court. And if left to his own devices, he will cause lots of problems for himself. He needs some coaching. Can you teach Big Bird to act appropriately during his upcoming murder trial? Take this quiz to find out. Now, I just want to point out that Justin does have a major in criminal justice. So
I'm basically a lawyer.
he's basically almost a lawyer who didn't pass the bar. So he should be qualified for this.
You can't fail the bar if you never take it.
Exactly.
But you still haven't passed it.
Yes.
Glass half full for me, but whatever.
All right, right off the bat, it's important to know that Big Bird is accused of killing an ambassador from the French consulate in New York City.
It's a high
Dear
crime.
God.
The man was discovered disemboweled, and a huge pile of big yellow feathers was found next to the body, along with the words "Bag Bird" written in blood. How would you advise Big Bird to explain away this evidence?
One sec. Take
all
just
right.
10 seconds. What do you need, babe?
I'm sorry, I was listening. That was fun.
Oh, okay.
But no, you saying you can't fail the bars if you've never taken it, that was like the most Ross thing I've ever heard.
Fuck off! You're not allowed in this room now. Could I be any more angry?
Do you need me to call the burn ward? All right. So
You deserve that.
I love Ross.
Ross is the worst.
he is actually the worst.
I love Ross.
We'll argue this later. All right.
Keep that on the video, by the way.
All right.
Future Benz.
So what are our options?
I would instruct Big Bird to tell the jury that the feathers probably came from Grover. Sounds like we've got a killer named Bag Bird on the loose. I'd tell Big Bird to tell the police to look for Bag Bird. I would instruct Big Bird to tell the jury that the feathers are his, but he found the French ambassador after he was already dead and tried to bring him back to life by dumping a pile of feathers on him. Lots of people shed big piles of yellow feathers when they're killing people. They could have come from anyone. I'd tell Big Bird to just ignore it. Which one of these,
Come
buddy?
on, lawyer guy.
It's a mixed bag. The reason I
Feathers, I'm sure.
yeah, it's a big bag, if you will. I would actually go with 3 because here's the thing: there is DNA. They can track it back to Big Bird, but he tried to save him.
Yes.
And he's from Sesame Street. They don't really teach you how to resuscitate a dead person.
Yeah, they don't have CPR training.
So he
on
was
Sesame.
doing the best he fucking could. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing that's important to know about Big Bird is he's obsessed with teaching lessons. This makes him a good fit on Sesame Street, but when he's not on Sesame Street, he carries around a trash bag filled with a large assortment of spiders, cockroaches, and other insects, whom he refers to as his students. Periodically, Big Bird will open up the trash bag filled with bugs and shout educational things into it like, "The letter J is coming to kill me," or "French is just Spanish spoken in a deeper voice." If he pulls this shit in front of a jury, it's not going to win him any goodwill. How would you discourage that behavior?
Okay.
I would tell Big Bird that the bugs and spiders in his trash bag already know everything and are professors at Harvard, so there's no need to continue teaching them stuff. Or I would donate the bag of bugs and spiders to Syria and tell Big Bird that his students joined ISIS. Or I would drop a calculator in the trash bag and tell Big Bird that the bugs and spiders are learning math from the calculator, so his services are no longer necessary. Or I'd actually let Big Bird keep yelling lessons at his bugs. Maybe a few juror members also like to carry around a big bag of insects and teach them things. So they'll find Big Bird more relatable.
Gosh, I think number 2 is like the only logical answer.
Here's my thing, though. Big Bird's so busy teaching the bugs, and also on his TV show that he doesn't know about current events outside of Sesame Street. So my thing at that point would be, I think 3 again, because here's my thing: he's gonna believe that the calculator is sentient.
Yes,
and at that point he's gonna go okay and not want to.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of sentient, inanimate objects on Sesame Street, so
he'll believe the calculator is.
It's not unlikely.
They're in the middle of a lesson. Don't interrupt. Learn your your manners.
According to Big Bird, his alibi for where he was at the time of the murder was that he was looking at Elmo. Elmo cannot confirm whether or not this is true, because he says that on the night of the murder, he was in an unconscious trance-like state brought by... trance-like state brought on by the music of Frank Zappa. So, Elmo has no memories of what happened that night. How would you suggest Big Bird alter his alibi?
Okay.
I would urge Big Bird to include more specific details in his alibi, such
Wait
as...
a minute, so that means that your number 1 is... He can't go with his number 1.
Oh, yeah. Because his alibi is he was looking at Elmo, but he couldn't have been doing that if he...
Let's go back to number 1 really quick. Let's go change number 1.
Okay.
Let's go change number 1. So instead...
Maybe blame Grover?
No.
I would say number 2.
I would say number 2 as well.
Okay.
There's Bad Bird.
Yeah.
He's a Big Bird. He's using Big Bird. He's trying to blame Big Bird and use it as a disguise.
Wait a minute. And he carries a bag of... oh, boy.
Oh, of insects. Oh, I see.
There's holes, but I'm doing the best I can.
It's fine. Okay, so more specific details in his alibi, such as where he was looking at Elmo from and what Elmo was doing while Big Bird looked at him. I would urge Big Bird to include more specific details in his alibi, such as whether or not he was looking at Elmo in the dark or looking at Elmo from far away. I would tell Big Bird to change his alibi from looking at Elmo to staring at Elmo. Or I would tell Big Bird that any alibi he says is fine as long as he whispers it.
I would say 2.
Oh, okay. I would have gone with number 4, but you know. All right.
The judge
Number 3, my lord.
would ask him to speak up.
Yeah, I guess. When Big Bird is in a large group of people, such as a courtroom, he likes to perform what he calls his special trick. To perform his special trick, Big Bird lays an egg on the floor and sits on it for about 15 minutes. Then the egg hatches and a human arm crawls out.
What?
Big Bird picks up the human arm and uses it to slap people in the face. Big Bird's special trick is disgusting and violent, and he should not do it in court. How would you discourage Big Bird from doing his special trick during his murder trial? I would have Big Bird sterilized by a veterinarian or car mechanic in order to make sure he can't lay any eggs in court. I would tell Big Bird that everyone in the courtroom has already seen Gordon Ramsay do a similar trick on an episode of MasterChef, so if he does, nobody will be impressed. I would tell Big Bird that he can make money if he sells his eggs on Craigslist, and he's just wasting them by doing the special trick for free. Big Bird's special trick actually sounds really impressive. I'd let him go for it. Maybe it will make the jury stand up and cheer.
Dear Lord.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go. It's between 2 and 3.
Really?
Well, I'm not gonna have. He's gonna be all. Actually, wait a minute. If he's sterilized by a veterinarian, he's gonna be so drugged up. He's gonna be so out of it that he's not gonna really be able to fuck this up. 1.
All right.
Exactly.
Keeps him quiet.
Yeah, that's fair. You know,
So now I know how to keep you quiet.
Okay.
sterilize you. One of Big Bird's most
By a
serious...
veterinarian, specifically.
Or a car mechanic.
Yeah.
One of Big Bird's most serious problems is he can't tell the difference between himself and other birds. If he sees a regular-sized bird, like a pigeon or something, he points to it and says, "That's me, there I am." Then he will try to eat the smaller bird while mumbling, "It's me, I have to eat him."
What?
It's deeply unnerving to witness, and if some kind of bird flew past the window of the courtroom during the murder trial, he would definitely alienate the jury with his bizarre behavior. What steps would you take to ensure that doesn't happen? I would stand outside the courtroom with a tennis racket to swat away any birds that get close to Big Bird. I would explain to Big Bird that he is the only big bird, and I will I would prove this by eating a family-sized bucket of KFC in front of him and showing him how, when I eat the chicken, nothing bad happens to him because he is not other birds. If a bird gets into the courtroom, I will put a name tag on it that says, "Hello, my name is Reggie," so that when Big Bird sees the regular-sized bird, he'll say, "I thought that bird was me, but it's Reggie." Big Bird is right. Those birds are Big Bird. Every bird is Big Bird.
Every bird is Big Bird. I love it.
How fucked up on cocaine was the person who made this?
Yes. So listen,
All the way.
I love everything about 4, but I also love everything about 2, and I think 2 would be more useful.
All right, fair enough. I personally would have gone with 3.
It was close between 2 and 3, but I think 2.
All right, just a heads up, every so often Big Bird's eyes will roll into the back of his head and he'll scream. Today's lesson was brought to you by the number 8, and then a 50-foot tall marble statue of the number 8 will emerge from the ground, destroying everything in its path. There is no way to stop this from happening.
I'll make note of it.
Oh, this is the last one. Okay, one last thing. Cookie Monster recently told Big Bird about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and now Big Bird is very afraid of hammers. When the judge bangs his gavel, Big Bird is probably going to shoot ink out of the ink sac directly into the judge's face as an unconscious defense mechanism. How would you prepare Big Bird so that he's not afraid of the gavel sound?
Oh.
I would make Big Bird wear a pair of earmuffs in court so he cannot hear the gavel sound, but he won't be able to hear questions.
That's my
You'll
thought.
also
Yeah.
see the gavel.
Yeah, exactly. I would tell Big Bird that Cookie Monster was lying and that the Romans never crucified Jesus. I would also tell him that Jesus passed away at the age of 63 because he accidentally inhaled his own beard in his sleep and suffocated. I would give Big Bird immersion therapy by showing him pictures of hammers for 12 continuous hours prior to his appearance in
That
court.
doesn't help with the sound.
It doesn't. Look, it's entirely possible that the judge is going to use his gavel to crucify Big Bird. He has every right to be afraid.
He absolutely does. That's a scary noise, man. It's loud. It's aggressive.
I think number 2. I like number 2.
It's the only reasonable
It
option.
is the only reasonable option.
Which is saying something.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out if you did good, huh? Shall we?
Sure.
All right. Hey, nice job. According to this quiz, you'd be really good at teaching Big Bird to act appropriately in a court during his upcoming murder trial. Obviously,
Sick.
there's nothing anyone can do to make Big Bird totally normal, but with you by his side, he's got a real shot to beat this murder rap.
Nice.
So, proud of you, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, moving on
I have an
to
associate.
Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so can you help Keith Urban write a song about the beach tailgate party he was at when he found out that Steve Jobs had died? All right?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
my
go,
voice
Keith.
needs a bit of a rest, so
Yep.
you go for it, Justin.
On October 5th, 2011, country music star Keith Urban was enjoying cold beers at a beach tailgate party when he learned the tragic news that Steve Jobs had passed away after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. To honor the Apple co-founder's legacy, Keith Urban wants to write a song about that day. You think you can give him a hand? First off, Keith will want to know whether you were in attendance at his rocking Fall into Autumn tailgate bonanza that day. No worries if not, although it would definitely be helpful for setting the scene.
No.
Okay, so no, you were not at Keith Urban's Rocking Fall into the Autumn tailgate bonanza. You were at Great Clips.
You know what? Yeah, I was. I was at it.
You were there.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Keith Urban will also want to make sure that you were affected by the death of Steve Jobs as he was. What did you do as soon as you learned that he died?
Took my kids out for school early,
Number 3, my lord.
chugged a six-pack cheerfully, gave my iPhone a Viking funeral, chugged a six-pack mournfully. All right.
Keith Urban wants the first verse of the song to focus on how he was enjoying his day and getting drunk with his boys at the beach before he learned the tragic news about Steve Jobs. Any ideas for how to kick it off?
Knocking. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Knocking back brews at the autumn tailgate. Steve Jobs is alive and life's going great.
Feeling liquored up, iPad in hand. Thanks to Steve Jobs, I'm on Excel in the sand.
Wearing a quarter zip fleece, fall breeze blowing through. No tech giant's gonna die today, can't chant the boys in my crew.
I'm driving my boat, trying not to act suspicious. Every day is a good day when Steve Jobs still wins.
I love all of them.
I'm gonna go with number 4. I love that one.
Keith Urban really wants to make sure the song honors Steve Jobs' legacy as the Apple co-founder. What would you suggest that Keith Urban do to make his listeners know Steve Jobs co-founded Apple? Sample iPod click wheel sounds to form the song's beat, and then explain the connection later on during an interview with Pitchfork. Recruit a trio of backup singers to sing "Ooh Ooh." Steve Jobs also co-founded Apple. Ooh Ooh. It wasn't just Steve Wozniak over during the chorus. Film a music video for the song in an Apple store and have a Steve Jobs hologram appear wearing a shirt that says, "I was already as bald as I am now when I co-founded Apple at age 21, which I suspect was due to some sort of scalp fungus." Have a children's choir read the entire Wikipedia page for Apple as an introduction to the song.
Oh, number 4 is so good.
I love this
But
quiz.
I like number 3 the most.
Fair enough.
You know what? No, change it. I want
4. You want 4? 4 it is.
Keith Urban has decided that the bridge will be, "But then my buddy Chunk says to me, 'Whoa, brother, Steve Jobs is dead.' I drop my Bud Light Lime and cry till my face turns red." What line should come next? "It shouldn't have been him, the man with the brilliant head. It should have been me, Lord, can't you take me instead?"
As folks around me breaks down in sobs, I discreetly Google who was Steve Jobs.
Yes!
He's gone, I'm full of dread. I wish that I was back in bed, since when I was in bed, Steve wasn't yet dead.
Or...
Number 2, my lord.
I like number 2.
Number 2 is really funny.
A lot of famous people were at the beach tailgate with Keith Urban, and he wants to ask one of them to join him for the final verse. Who should he choose? Jillian Michaels,
Number 5, my lord.
Christopher Lord, Maxine Waters, his buddy Chunk, or Dakota Fanning?
Dakota.
Dakota.
The only one I know.
Right?
Yep.
Keith Urban wants to record an emotional interlude where he gives a brief eulogy for Steve Jobs. Which line would you tell him to include? "Here lies Steve Jobs, bald and not alive."
Growing up, Steve Jobs and I didn't know each other, but if we had, and if we were brothers, that would have been really something. One brother invents iPods, the other invents rock music. What a talented family we've...
What?
Oh my god. Yes.
Turtleneck Man, iPhone inventor, billionaire who lived in a garage. A very weird man is now dead. Or no country music superstar should have to bury his favorite inventor. But today I must say goodbye to the best friend I've ever had.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with, fuck, this is so hard. 2 or 4?
Pick number 2!
Number 2, my lord!
Yeah.
Love that one.
After learning the news, Keith Urban left his beach tailgate and went to the nearest Genius bar to pay his respects to Steve Jobs. Which of these lyrics would you use to describe this scene? "I drove my car smack dab to the side of the Apple store. Nothing in life matters when we ain't got jobs no more."
I like that one. I like that one so much.
Right there, I poured one out for the true Apple genius. His name is Jobs, and to me, he was Jesus.
Oh my god.
I prayed in the store right by the IMAX. Said, "Lord, take my kids and give me Jobs back."
I gather the workers to break news of the loss, saying, "Hell's got a new angel, and his name is your boss."
These are all incredible.
I'm gonna go with 3.
All right, 3 it is.
Take my kids, give me Jobs.
All right.
Although the song will be an upbeat party jam, Keith Urban wants to make sure that it is simultaneously somber. What would you have Keith add to the song to make it somber? I would have the song's melody just be the melody from Taps. I would include audio of Siri tearfully struggling to give me driving instructions to Coldstone as she grieves her master's demise. I would spray Keith Urban with bear mace so that he can't stop crying while recording his vocals. Or I would record myself rattling a coffin around in order to catch some nice, sad coffin sounds for the track.
Number 2, my lord!
Keith Urban really wants to do that thing that U2 did where they made their album suddenly appear.
No! No!
Instead of the song just showing up in everyone's iTunes,
No!
making everyone's ringtone as well.
I tell him to do it. It's a really good idea. I tell him to do it. It's a really
It's
good
like this
idea.
one was made for me.
So do you tell him to do it, or do you tell him to do it?
Go watch Sonic 06 if you
2.
want to hear more about this.
He picks 2.
All right.
But last but not least, what's the title of the song? The man with the brilliant head is dead. Nothing ruins a party like Steve Jobs dying. I'll always Apple care for you. The man with the brilliant head is dead. Tropical remix.
3, my lord.
Oh my god.
Keith Urban thought your suggestions were so amazing that he wants to enlist your help on not only a Steve Jobs song, but also a song he's writing about the corn on the cob he was eating when he learned Kate Spade died. Awesome. It sounds like you might have a future in country music.
Fuck yeah.
I'll read yours too.
Awesome.
That was so good.
All right, this one's for me.
Whoa, slow down there, buddy. Nobody dates my daughter without telling me which Sailor Moon character they are first. Hey, now.
Oh.
All right, we will be right back. 1 second, everybody.
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, shut up.
No, I liked that one.
Oh, okay, cool. Be right back.
All right, we're back, everyone. So this is the one we picked from Benzie for the beginning. How many of these rookie mistakes did he make while giving birth the first time? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Giving birth can be confusing, even if you've done it a bunch of times, much less if it's your first rodeo. Take this quiz to find out how well you did during your initial attempt. Check out all the rookie mistakes you made while giving birth the first time. Did you freak out because you assumed the baby would come out fully grown? Pull out instead of pulling instead of pushing? Showing up to the hospital in full hockey gear? Yelling encouraging things to your vagina in German under the false assumption that vaginas speak German? Giving birth to the wrong baby?
What?
Continuing to give birth to more babies after doing the first one? Thinking the placenta was the baby and vice versa? Speaking longer than 12 minutes in labor, or spending longer, sorry, or giving birth to an orphan?
What?
Asking the doctor
So he died?
No.
No.
The baby was just an orphan.
Yeah,
Come
didn't
on.
have any parents.
You're not a doctor. You wouldn't understand.
Come on.
Asking the doctor if it was normal for babies to come out of your body. Not using your inside voice. Playing the umbilical cord like an upright bass. Giving birth to a huge mess of crickets and acting like that was the plan all along. Forgetting to do the arms. Okay.
What?
Accidentally giving birth to a ghost that proceeds to then scare everyone in the hospital. Letting a little fart speak out, bringing great shame upon yourself.
Yes.
Shame!
Taking a break after only the bottom half of the baby has come out to hang out with friends.
That's definitely what I would do. Like 100%. I'd be like, it's half done. It's good.
That's the head is still inside.
Forgetting to love the baby. Having your partner ejaculate inside of you during childbirth just to be 100% sure the egg is fertilized.
Fuck.
Doing it on stage during a Red Hot Chili Peppers
I've
concert.
never been to the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Giving birth to a lamp that doesn't even work. Experiencing pain. Getting impatient and giving birth an hour after conception. Launching the kid like 200 fucking yards. Giving birth to a really creepy baby.
Crappy.
Really crappy baby.
Nah, that one's fine. All right, show results. What'd I get?
Yikes. Looks like you made quite a few mistakes the first time you gave birth. It clearly seems like you thought it was going to be just as easy as taking a piss, when in reality, it is nearly twice as hard. Approaching childbirth with such arrogance is the reason why so many babies turn out to be whiny assholes who just sit and cry all the time.
Shit and cry.
How well you give birth really sets the tone for their entire infancy. You definitely need to get your shit together before you try giving birth again, because your babies deserve better.
I'll do better, and I won't give birth to an orphan this time. How about that?
What about the ghost? You should do that one again.
It would...
Yeah, that one was kind of fun.
That was, I mean, it makes it basically painless, right? It was an orphan ghost baby, so...
Giving birth to an orphan is the favorite thing I might have ever heard.
My parents didn't even show up to my own birth.
Same energy.
Definitely. All right, well, this has been Clickhole. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Woo! This just in. You're just in time to tell us what you would have answered differently and what you think of the results we got. Thanks for joining.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll be there to wear your face.
Oh, God. Kirk?
This goodbye is not forever, and make sure that when Steve Jobs died, you write a country song.
Not only that, but this goodbye was forever for Steve Jobs in the first place.
Yeah.
Check all the links down in the description below. We'll see everybody in the next one.
Give birth to the like button.
Goodbye!
Woo!
Who did give birth to the like button?